If you know who this is, there is a solid chance that your opinion of him is not great, maybe even not good. Then again, there's an equal chance that you're sitting on the other side of that screen right now thinking, Andy, please, I have a job. This is Chase Hudson, aka Lil Huddy, one of the founding fathers of the Hype House, a now defunct TikTok content creation collective that featured massive social media personalities such as Alex Warren, Addison Rae, and the D'Amelio sisters. What is it, D'Amelio? I think I'm saying that wrong. What do you guys think of these cool transitions? Despite countless predictions of a future where the voices of these individuals would come exclusively from the inside of McDonald's drive-thru intercoms across the country, 2 have gone on to receive Grammy nominations. And the others also attempted music. No, Lil Huddy has not received a Grammy nomination, nor has he positioned himself to in the slightest. Here's what I will give him though. Next to the D'Amelios, his shit sounds like Michael Jackson. Thankfully, we can put the implications of that statement to the side because we're not here to talk about music today. We're here to talk about whatever the hell this is.
If you were my wife, I would put poison in your coffee.
If you were my husband, I'd drink it.
Mr. Hudson seems to think that this is something along the lines of acting, and it's given him the unabashed confidence to participate in 2 films now. One for his fake punk rocker buddy Machine Gun Kelly, and another for Tubi. How to Lose a Popularity Contest is Chase Hudson's latest attempt at dabbling in the fine arts. And as long as he keeps it at a dabble, I think we'll all be just fine. Here's the thing. This could have been the perfect role for the HUD. Award-winning. No, way too generous. No.
Chase, your character is the goofy screw-up. I'm curious, how would you have been labeled by other people in your high school?
I would like to say I was a class clown, but I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was a screw-off for sure. I was like, me and Nate, we're like this. We're pretty tight. We're pretty similar, and I think. Like, as much as I'd like to say I was funny, I was a little bit of like a nerd as well, but I was trying to fit in the mold. So it's surprisingly really like my character.
From all angles, it just made sense. This was the performance that would end the McDonald's allegations once and for all, his manager thought. Upon the film's release, however, there appeared to be one major issue. Lil Huddy is not good at acting. Perhaps you, the viewer, already knew this, but here my dumbass was thinking maybe, just maybe, a little bit of that good old-fashioned e-boy lip syncing would transfer to the big screen. And I was wrong. So that sucks. You want to watch the movie?
Max.
The first thing you need to know about me is my name is Ellie. Not Max, Ellie.
Oh, wow. There must be a pretty quirky tale attached to that nickname then. I mean, if the gym coach is in on it, I think it's safe to assume it's something that we can all laugh about.
Oh my God. Ellie got her period.
What? Charlie, principal's office, now.
It's true. Look at her pants.
It's not. I don't even get my...
Hey, don't forget this. Max, you might need it. Yeah, Max.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Max.
I think that the coach shouldn't be saying that. Well, I guess we're intended to believe that at some point this nickname caught on with students and teachers and didn't stop. Despite being entirely problematic, the exposition of this film is actually deeply fascinating to me. See, the characters of this film, old and young, have collectively deemed this maxi pad joke so hilarious that it has managed to survive a cinematic, multi-year time jump. Just let that sink in. By showing us this in the first minute of the story, the filmmakers have inadvertently established a universal intelligence level for their world. A very, very low one. That makes the culprits of this crime, Nate and Streaker, technically the funniest, most influential guys ever, and it's horrifying. Just look at how quickly they rallied the entire class against her. The teacher, powerless. Execute immediately. Through all of this, one man has managed to stay by Ellie's side, and that is her boyfriend, Rowan. Unfortunately, she fucking hates him.
Oh, look. A popularity contest you can actually put on a resume. You know, if student elections were based off of merit alone, you would be student body president next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, the real gag is that Ellie, aside from being the victim of the whole Max thing, is extremely unlikable. She's actually a very bad person, as you will see. Because of this, she spends her time with other not-so-great people, like Aja and Lauren, who don't seem terrible at first glance, but you tell me, is this how good people greet each other?
Hey. Yo, yo.
Ugh, God, no. I think not. In all fairness, however, I think the same question could and should be asked of Nate and Streaker.
Bro, I have got so much booze for this weekend.
For real? How'd you score it?
Easy, my dad's going through this whole like low-functioning alcoholic phase ever since the feds raided his company.
Nice, bro. But we need enough vodka to fill a fish tank.
Bro, his stash could fill a whole ass aquarium.
Looks like it hurts, man. Maybe you guys need to lay off the chest compressions after every single line. You might have an easier time breathing. Nate and Streaker, as I mentioned before, are unreasonably goated on campus. If my child came home and informed me of just one of the many perks these boys receive during the school day, I'd be catching bodies at the next PTA meeting. For example, in the next sequence, while everyone else eats actual vomit for lunch, Nate gets to enjoy a specially ordered pepperoni pizza. And you'll notice, I said enjoy, not eat.
Honestly, it's so frustrating. We live in a world where those two boys, whose combined GPA is still a point lower than mine, are gonna be more successful than any of us.
Hey, that depends what you consider success.
Well, Streaker's dad's a billionaire.
And Nate's so hot, he's Lauren's only straight hall pass.
Oh, baby, you remembered.
Wow, thanks for telling me those characters are gay in the straightest way possible. Genuinely, what was the point of that close-up other than to try and say, yeah, they're gay. We just did that. Like, cool. It is 2026. I can assure you the kiss would have read 10 times less awkward if you just stuck to that cool-ass arc shot you had going around the table. You're telling me you didn't have a single version of that shot where they got a natural kiss? That's just terrible filmmaking. That being said, I am a man who is married to a woman. So, in order to authenticate my feelings about this shot as definitely not homophobic, I decided it would be in my best interest to consult a real, living, breathing gigglebo. Spoiler alert, unproductive. The first question one of them asked was, is the guy in the glasses gay? Then somehow we got to, Lil Huddy does look like a lesbian. Anyway, I'm gonna have to digress on that one before I get too carried away. So now, let's talk about Streaker. Provided that I've crafted this video properly so far, you should already know 3 things about his dad. Streaker's dad is an alcoholic billionaire whose company is currently under investigation by the FBI. Given that information, and the fact that Streaker's wildly specific hair has remained exactly the same since childhood, I'm beginning to sense a deeply traumatic past within this family. Oh well. Billionaires. There is one more character to meet though, and that is Quinn, the Harvard-accepted student body president who, for whatever reason, has decided to be Nate's girlfriend. However, similar to Ellie, she fucking hates his ass.
So, Streaker has tons of vodka, and we want to fill his aquarium, but now it's like, what do we do with the fish?
Just Google what kind of water the fish need, and then put them in one of Streaker's 8 full-size bathtubs.
Damn! Like a bad as hell. A brain full of thoughts and a booty full of squats.
No, please, God. Oh, it's too early. This hate is 100% warranted. Don't talk to me or Quinn or anyone like that ever. I get that they're going for this heightened caricature-esque world, but the problem is, this is just Lil Huddy. I guarantee you, if you look hard enough, you can find a video of him on TikTok saying the words, "My girl bad as hell," unironically.
Jumping to any conclusion. Some fucking bitch-ass nigga.
Whoa! Okay, that is the wrong clip. Moving on. The next scene is an aggressive attempt at letting the audience know that our main characters are huge, epic nerds because they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. As I'm sure you can guess, this results in some absolutely dirt poor writing. If I hear dialogue in a movie like this ever again, I'm gonna do something drastic.
Hey, you wanna play Minecraft after this?
I'm sorry. My mom made me uninstall it. She says I'm too addicted.
What are we doing? Writers, your hand is showing again. Have you guys ever interacted with a high schooler? That sounds bad. During his Minecraft cleanse, however, Rowan has been planning something big. And this is the night that he's finally worked up the courage to tell his closest friends.
What? Wait, before we get back into it, Rowan, you said you had some big announcement?
Really? You do?
Oh, yeah. I've decided I'm running for student body president.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Remember, bad person. Literally his girlfriend. Ellie proceeds to double down by going on a tangent about how Rowan will get eaten alive if he tries to run, to which he gives the natural response, bye. What is with this rom-com writing trend where they quirk up the female lead to a point of total recklessness? 10 minutes in, I'm not hoping for a redemption arc from Ellie. I want her to find therapy. Speaking of therapy, Streaker's house party is popping off right now. And so are his clothes. Yep, that's why he has the name Streaker. Likes to take his clothes off. I'm telling you, deep trauma. Huddy though, man, I mean, it's just masterclass after masterclass with this guy.
Are you a little tired of this?
Of parties?
No, this. It's so high school.
But this is high school.
Forget it.
Yes, sir. I think we got another Chalamet in the making. Could it have gone on for any longer? Like, following this interaction, Nate gets dumped by Quinn in the bathroom, which is really funny when you think about it, so it probably wasn't intentional. 2 relationships down. 1 night. Horrible people. And the hits keep coming, folks. When we cut back to the house, we meet Ellie's silver fox single dad. The dude is so jacked and handsome, it's distracting. And they don't talk about it a single time. It's infuriating. He comes downstairs to an incredibly awkward display and, doing what dads do best, decides to break the tension with a classic, "You girls look like you need a ride."
You know what? I think you two could use a ride home.
Oh, guys, this is bad. I lost my glasses in a fire from a dragon. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor and get a prescription to get new glasses. It's gonna be so difficult. No, it's not. Not with ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video. ZocDoc is a free website that helps you find and book high-quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or any of the other 200+ specialties offered on ZocDoc, you can easily search by symptom or specialty to build the perfect team for you. There are thousands of verified patient reviews to give you a real sense of who your doctor is. That way, you can feel confident about booking with a doctor that you know you'll love. When you're ready, you can see their real-time availability and click to book instantly. Forget about phone tag, all right? Forget about tag at all. We're not playing games here. We're making a doctor's appointment. And these appointments happen pretty fast, guys, typically within 24 to 72 hours. And the best part is, sometimes you can score same-day appointments. Be kind to yourself this year and use ZocDoc for free by heading to the link ZocDoc.com/AndyKing. There, you can find and instantly book an appointment with an in-network, top-rated doctor today. Thank you, ZocDoc. I am now going to use your service to see again, hopefully.
Picking up a calzone for Nate. See?
Did he just have that calzone ready to go? You guys saw that, right? There was like a split second between him saying his name and having the calzone shoved in his face.
Picking up a calzone for Nate. See?
That shit was fast! After quite the evening of bullshit caused by their bullshit, Ellie and Nate coincidentally cross paths at this pizza joint. Not happy to see each other, but both on the same mission to eat their feelings. Classic movie. Ugh. In this scene, we get to watch two terrible individuals borderline flirt over the fact that they just got dumped, all while completely ignoring the fact that it's their fault. This leads them to not a solution. I would really just call this being stupid for sport.
I really don't want him to get hurt, but I do want him back. And I won't get him back until he sees that I'm right, and he won't see that I'm right until he gets hurt, which is exactly what's going to happen when he gets publicly humiliated by some beautiful, self-absorbed, popular, empty vessel like.
Hey, you know what? Let's go kiss with tongue. Here's the plan, just for review. Ellie believes that Nate obliterating and publicly humiliating Rowan in the student government presidential race will convince both Rowan and Quinn that they were foolish to ever leave their partners. Are you okay? I'll say it. Despite what was said, I don't think Ellie actually wants Rowan back at all. I think she just wants to be right. Follow-up thought, is this abuse? Isn't the whole like, only I know what's best for you, no one else knows whatever, I'm all you have, isn't that like a classic abuser tactic? Whatever it is, it only continues as Ellie begins to execute her devious plot. First, by signing Nate up for the presidential race without his permission. Yep, he did not agree to that plan in the last scene. He said it sounded like too much work. But here Ellie is racing around school, glazing the guy who, reminder, period pranked her during her most impressionable and vulnerable stage of life. Let's go, baby! Guess who this ends up pissing off? Oh, that's right. One of the two people that it wasn't supposed to. Gwee. She thinks that Nate's just doing it to get back at her. Meanwhile, Nate has no idea what he's doing. So then he gets pissed at Ellie in the ladies' room. Any conflict, however, can be solved with compromise. And Nate has one.
Just give me a chance, Max.
That's not my name.
Just hear me out. Your man, Rowan.
What about him?
That's your dude, right? He's the only other person running for prez.
So?
So be my campaign manager. He'll see us together and get totally jealous. He'll be begging to have you back.
Rowan's not the jealous type.
Allie, trust me. When I'm around, every guy's the jealous type.
No, you're joking. No. No, the shoulder grab. I assumed the campaign manager role was implied when Ellie spent an entire day campaigning, but I guess she really does suck because she says no. That is until later that night when they start flirting again over the phone. Then it works, of course. My wife literally heard this scene from the other room and asked me if they were having phone sex.
How many times have you texted him?
Not that many.
And he's ignoring your calls. Yeah?
Yeah?
You're too desperate, Max. You gotta make him want you.
Yeah, I don't like watching this. Oh my God. Also, watch what she does when she picks up the phone. This pisses me off so bad.
Rowan?
Yo, you really are desperate, Max.
Nate?
You looked at the phone before you picked it up! Do you not have your boyfriend's number saved, you monster? That's literally the only explanation. Luckily, this brings us into the film's second act, which begins at Nate's auto body shop job. Look, we can tell he's been hard at work on this car because he's holding a wrench and his hair is perfect. Here, Ellie and Nate work together to organize an unexpectedly successful first speech, highlighting Nate's promise to abolish detention.
I know I've taken jokes too far with a lot of you, and I'm sorry, but detention doesn't fix that. You know what I did in detention after drawing all those dicks? I drew even more. How much better would it be if I got to work at a soup kitchen, or like take an old lady salsa dancing, or just do anything that made me feel like I was capable of more than what people expected of me?
No, that's a great idea. I think you should do that. I'm gonna stick with detention, if that's cool. Hear me out. Those things that he just mentioned, great for the community. Also, way too much work. Those are like ex-convict activities, you know? What if I just forgot my homework a couple times? It hardly seems fair. Kind of just feels like apologist content for people who peaked in high school. Also, isn't Nate the guy who didn't want to do any of this in the first place because it sounded like way too much work?
Way too much work.
Nate concludes his speech with a surprise shout out to Ellie, which makes Rowan not jealous, but furious. So, the plan still isn't working. This is when Ellie reveals to Aja and Lauren, who really only act as a sounding board for her shitty ideas, that she has another shitty idea.
If the student officer is found in violation of the code of conduct, they will be disqualified from holding office and their backup candidate will serve the remainder of the term.
So now she's planning to get Nate disqualified after he wins so that Rowan can win by default? Who is going to be happy about this? Certainly not me, okay? I'm starting to empathize with a Lil Huddy character while he spouts shit like this.
I'm sorry, but you have no riz.
At this point, there is only one way for things to get worse in this story. And I can't sugarcoat it, folks. It's going to happen. During a strategy meeting at Ellie's house, as Nate flips through his notebook, Ellie notices countless drawings, you know? My drawings! Oh, God, it's probably so embarrassing you didn't want to see that. Oh, I'm shitting! It's happening! That last part is easily the most cliche. We all remember seeing that. You and me.
Okay, so the rhinos are definitely you.
Yeah.
Is this one me?
Yeah.
Nate, thanks for not drawing me as a giant maxi pad.
Thanks for not making fun of my drawings.
Oh my God, that was so romantic. I could die. Oh, the shit! It's coming back! That's right, folks. Whether we like it or not, and I'm assuming we don't, Ellie and Nate are falling in love. We have spent 45 minutes of this movie so far learning about how much these two suck. 45 minutes! Now they're sitting down for a conversation about Nate's secret love for art and Ellie's dead mom as if we literally give a shit! But why go through all of that nonsense if you're just gonna have Ellie go back to school and play Will They Won't They with Rowan?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, you can
No,
go first.
no,
That's
you.
okay. Then I'm gonna go first then.
Okay.
Hey, why is he not mad at her anymore? The priorities here are all over the place. I haven't even mentioned the fact that Ellie is doing this whole thing to prove to the vice principal of the school that she's worthy of a recommendation letter for a summer program. It feels like the writers couldn't agree on a plot idea, so they just combined all of them, and it's absolutely nuts. Who am I supposed to root for? What am I supposed to want? Is this all some kind of secret litmus test to weed out bad people? Because Ellie just keeps on doing bad stuff. Like at Streaker's Vote for Nate pool party. She befriends Quinn, airdrops herself an incriminating photo of Nate from Quinn's phone when she walks away, because I guess she still hates him, maybe.
Ellie, wanna play Pong?
Did you just call me Ellie?
Guess I did. Wait, are you drunk?
No. No, you said these were basically water.
Basically water, not actually water. So, you wanna play?
Don't you want to play with Quinn?
Nah, I wanna play with you.
Make up your goddamn mind! Then she gets super fucked up, parties with Nate, flirts with Nate, plays beer pong with Nate, wins beer pong with Nate, then they get all intimate with each other and almost kiss. What are you doing? And then she throws up. She throws up for 2 hours and 27 minutes exactly. Is that supposed to be funny or something? I'm fucking dying here.
You're doing great, Ellie. Once you're done, you're gonna feel amazing, I promise.
Look, someone even thought it would be goofy and lively to add an additional close-up on Nate's feet with texture chunks. What is happening? Thank God this movie is free. It doesn't feel like it. I suppose that's the trade-off, though. While the film's final act would like us to celebrate the newfound friendship/romance between this troubled pair, I can't get over the fact that they still have yet to give Ellie a truly redeeming quality other than being quirky. The nicest thing she's planning to do is make Rowan president. And yet, she's still managing to do it in the most offensive way possible. Even Nate gets some more depth later on when Ellie meets his dad. Oh, turns out that guy's terrible. All he can do is talk about how much he doesn't believe in his son.
I don't know what he's got you thinking, but I promise you, Nate's a good salesman. I mean, he learned from the best. But behind his charm, the kid is a D2 pitcher with C+ grades. He's not an artist, and he's not gonna be some student body president. Oh, don't feel bad. You're not the first girl to show up on our doorstep chasing after our son.
So at least they're making his shittiness make sense. Ellie apparently had an awesome mom, and she currently has a super awesome and jacked dad. They quite literally have not done a single bit of work to explain anything about the way her character behaves. Her actress is holding her own, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing there to work with on a deeper level. Now, let's talk about the end of this film. For about 12 minutes, we finally get what we want.
What if it's the play?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say me.
Are you serious, Ellie?
I'm sorry. I had to tell him I am not good under pressure.
Okay, Rowan, whatever she said, it's not like that.
It's not? Then what is it, Ellie? Because to me, it sounds like you convinced Nate to run for president, pretended to be his friend, and now you're gonna get him disqualified, maybe even suspended. And for what?
Rowan, I wasn't. This whole thing was a mistake.
No, Ellie. This wasn't a mistake. This was another one of your plans where you have to control everyone around you.
Thank God. Everything that could and should go wrong for Ellie does. And it all takes place on Election Day. Remember how she airdropped herself that incriminating video of Nate at the pool party? Somehow Quinn found out and she ends up telling Nate right before he goes on stage for his acceptance speech, causing him to flip the script on everyone and concede his win to Rowan. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm loving this. This is great, okay? Try my best not to be picky here, but there's one thing that I can't wrap my head around, and that's how Quinn discovered the airdrop. right? Like, Ellie closed everything out on the phone when she gave it back to her. And as far as I'm aware, you only get a notification from AirDrop if you're the recipient, right?
Why'd you do all this, Ellie?
What do you mean?
Why'd you write my name on that list?
Cuz. To impress Quinn.
Yeah, about Quinn. Why'd you DM yourself that video from her phone?
Actually, it was an AirDrop. We were just talking about that. Well, looks like whether intentionally or not, they retconned it. Yeah, even after making that chuggy custom animation, that's a pretty major lack of attention to detail. All that really matters, though, is that for those 12 glorious minutes, everyone hates Ellie because the things she has done are objectively bad. Unfortunately, there are 5 minutes after that. Rather than facing her issues head on, Ellie snags her letter of recommendation and runs away for an entire summer to her STEM program. She supposedly makes amends with Rowan while she's away after she sends him a pizza with a QR code for a D&D app that she made. So all we can really do is feel for the guy. Especially since when Ellie isn't smooching on her new boyfriend, who doesn't really seem to care about that thing that happened anymore, she's bringing him to play D&D with Rowan. I didn't like this movie. Did you? All right, well, that's all right. No pressure. Oh, God. It was worse than I thought. It was. I'm not gonna, Lil Huddy's movie was worse than I thought. I'm not gonna make that the title. This one was a delightful surprise. It's one of those movies that you go into not really knowing whether it's actually gonna be super bad or if it's, you know, just gonna kind of be mid. I think there's a lot of tendency to over-exaggerate when it comes to these Tubi movies. Like, yes, Tubi movies are Tubi movies, but some of them are Tubi movies. If you enjoyed this video, well, that was kind of cool. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite Lil Huddy moment is. From back in the day, you know? From back in the day, we all had our favorite Lil Huddy moment, so, you know, throw that down there. Okay, yeah, well, that's all I have for you this time in this video. So, yeah. Until next time. Was the little bit of my mic in frame this entire video? That'll be pretty funny if it was. Pretty annoying, actually.